Hello, people of the tube, and welcome back to another gaming news with Chris and Brian. I'm Chris.
And I'm Brian. What's up?
So, tonight is not a special episode like the last three have been. This is back to normal, a normal gaming news with Chris and Brian. But tonight we got some depressing news, to be honest. We're going to talk about a major company uh, who's been a player in a lot of people's lives for years, and that's Konami. One of the greatest video game makers of all time is now leaving Konami. Hideo Kojima, the creator of Metal Gear Solid, will be leaving Konami this year after the release of the new Metal Gear Solid Phantom Pain.
So if you love the franchise, get it. If you
Well,
can't, you're screwed.
well, unfortunately, I have a feeling the game's going to suck, but that to each his own. The problem is he is now gone, so that sucks. And anyone who was in the mood for the new Silent Hill game is also going to be depressed. 'Cause as far as I know, he's not making it anymore.
Oh man. I will never piss my pants again then.
Well, probably, maybe. Can't guarantee that one.
Silent
Uh,
Hill, yeah.
yeah, Silent Hill is a great series, and so is Metal Gear. So, and I never thought that one day the creator of Metal Gear would ever go to Silent Hill, but it was a dream come true that's now ruined. So who knows?
And speaking of defunct organizations, as of 2015, Sega is closing its doors, right?
Yes, the Sega company that we all know and love from back in the day, the ones who made Sonic the Hedgehog and the Sega Genesis, will be closing their doors and not releasing games on console anymore. Instead, will be sticking to a mobile market, which is also depressing. So another of your favorite childhood memories down the drain. Our next announcement comes from the company Nintendo. We all know who Nintendo is. We've done a special episode on Nintendo. They will be putting their hand into the mobile market as well with the release of phone games. Maybe we can see a Super Smash Brothers on the iPhone 6, or how about Mario Tennis on the iPad?
And then when you get mad, you can throw your phone and make it go wee. It's
Yeah,
no
we.
joke.
All right. Okay, so we've brought you some of the bad news. So Nintendo, though, also, might as well get this out of the way, has announced a new console after the failure of the Wii U. They've announced a new console that will probably be announced at E3 this year. All right.
Hopefully they don't call it the Wheezy. That might be trademark.
Yes. All right. So now on to the release dates. Today I have learned that yeah, shit. No, I remember. Rainbow Six The Siege will be coming out on October 16th. And Neverwinter on the Xbox One is due to release on the 31st of this month. Go ahead and order your game so we all play Neverwinter. What is coming out on the PlayStation then, Brian?
Oh man, let's see. I should have been googling this shit, shouldn't I? But let's look. This is for the month of April, right?
Uh, well, just any new announcement that you've heard. We've already been over April's. One that I forgot to mention was Neverwinter, so.
Okay, let me just bear with me a second, folks. As usual, I'm never prepared for this shit. Let's see.
Yeah, as you all can see while he's looking it up, I'll, talk to you. We don't really write out scripts or any of that because we have all the information right here. Of course, it's on the site. It's easy to look up when a game's released and news. The reason why we bring you news is Well, maybe you don't want to look it up yourself. Maybe you're not a Nintendo fan. Maybe you're not a Sony or an Xbox fan. Well, we're here to bring it to you. That is Gaming News. It's Chris and Brian.
Yep. And we are, let's see, looking at the coming soon games, which should. Okay, here we go. For April, we have, wait a minute, May. The new stuff for May include Wolfenstein Out for Blood, Final Fantasy X, HD Remaster, The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt,
Um,
Ride.
we already announced these, Brian.
Wait, let me see. Oh, let's see. Here we go. The Elder Scrolls, which doesn't come out till June, but that helps things out. Batman Arkham Knight, excuse me. And another Final Fantasy piece of shit. Heavenward, excuse me. And Payday 2. The Payday 1 wasn't shitty enough. Yeah.
Uh,
Chaos. And, yeah, there's quite a few more. But, this is all the way into September, so yeah.
yes. So there is your release dates for, well, soon. And then, of course, you got Mortal Kombat and all those. We've already went through these, so there's really no point in doing those again. All
Right.
right. So the other day, when we were deciding what to put on this show, Brian decided that he wanted to show you all an ending to a film called Combat Shock, a 1980s trauma film about a Vietnam vet who comes home and he just in the down spire of his life. Uh, so he wants to go ahead and show you the ending. I will warn you now, ahead of time, this movie is rated R. What you're about to see is gruesome and
Hide your
extensive.
kiddies. If you're a kid, hide your parents.
Yeah, what he said. Oh, and if you are a kid, continue to watch. You will be a man pretty quickly. So, shall we?
Yes, we shall. Let's get to the gory shit. You might all of that. Here we go. Oh my god, look at that blood in the mouth. Oh, not the baby.
Yep.
I don't know. It's pretty sick. But that's why we all bring it to you. We have to scar the next generation. So, our job here is pretty much done. This is the most epic ending ever. And the baby's dead at this point. And it's just like, cradle him, dead baby. Was this movie released in the States?
Yes, actually.
Okay. We're like all humanitarian now, so. And now we got fried baby. Baby back ribs. Looks like it's well done.
Yep.
And if you can't tell, I'm a sick asshole. We here, Chris and Brian will be bringing you these every week or so.
Yeah, if you all enjoy watching shit like this, I'll find a scene from different movies like this that y'all can enjoy.
And you need to check out this guy's full in-depth reviews on this as well. Because Chris goes into full detail about these movies.
Yeah, I've already reviewed this film on my channel, which is what you'll be watching this video on.
So,
So
fried baby and milk. Breakfast champion. Oh my god. Let's see. And now my favorite part. Brains on the wall. Which is just epic. I love how he just keeps falling down.
yep.
And the blood is just oozing. It's the greatest thing. Alright, well that was that. And while we're plugging stuff, I just want to let you all know, if you want to see a retro review, I'm doing a WCW NWO Revenge, which should be out on my channel after this video. So
Yeah. If y'all, like he was saying before, don't know, I do reviews of films like that, really disturbing horror films, sci-fi films, just regular films in general. I also do very limited, but I do video game reviews, not very often, but sometimes. And he does video game reviews,
but
and
usually retro games, anything you can dig out of your Big Brother's closet, especially N64, I can get it.
yes, so we got you covered in both ends. If you like video games, he has you for the retro video games. If you like modern video games and movies, I got you covered on that end. Just don't expect very many video game reviews because I don't do them very often. So, and of course, I already did a review for the film you just watched, which was Combat Shock, a 1980s trauma film. I hope you enjoyed it. Next week, we'll try and bring you a different film like it. This will be a segment in this show from now on. I would like to say that if you don't want to see these sections of the show, go ahead and skip over it. We don't care. You can skip as much as you want. They will take up maybe about 3, 4, maybe 5 minutes at the most. So it's not a big deal if you like watching this. Just skip over it if you don't want to see gruesome horror movie stuff and stuff like that.
And we will warn you, because it is our civic duty, even though we hate the
Yeah.
FSPC and all that shit, but yeah.
Yes, I will warn you ahead of time when we're starting the cutscene of the movie. We'll pick a new movie each week. The way I see it, if I show you a scene in a movie, maybe you'll go out and buy the movie, help support the indie director or maybe the company or whoever, and you'll support us. So the way I see it, it's a win-win on everybody's situation. You get to see a movie you've never seen before, and you get to watch our videos at the same time. All right. Let's see.
Eating some chips.
All right. Uh, Now, you mentioned something else, Brian, the other day. What was it you said you wanted to do on this show?
I'm having brain block right now.
I think you wanted me to do like talk about a certain movie other than the one we just watched. Just bring up a random movie to tell about it.
Okay.
Well, That's gonna be kind of hard because, for one, I do reviews of movies, but I guess I can talk about one I've already reviewed back in the day. It's a film called Irreversible. It's a 1990s French film um, about a girl who goes to a club. Now, the whole movie is played backwards. The ending is in the beginning, and it slowly fast forwards from the end to the beginning, which is at the end of the movie.
And then it just like hooks around.
Sort of. This isn't like any other movie you've ever seen before. The way it goes from like the behind to the forward is completely different than anything you've ever seen. It's an interesting film. This movie is most well noted for the 20-minute rape scene and
I know I'm about to go watch it.
do what?
I know I'm gonna go watch it.
And the really realistic looking scene of a man getting his head bashed in with a fire extinguisher. Those are probably what makes the movie the most famous. It's called Irreversible, so if you want to check it out, warn you ahead of time, it's really gruesome. There is rape, murder, shit like that. But I warned you, so. And I think that is all for tonight. That's all the news we got to bring you. We brought you your movie scene, Don't Get Nightmares, and we brought you everything we could for tonight. Next week,
Good.
no, next week it will be the same thing, of course, with different news. Maybe an E3 announcement since that's coming up eventually. Maybe a new game release, and shit like that.
And
Oh,
next week I will do the review for WCW versus NWO World Tour. So be
all right.
prepared for that.
Alright, he will be reviewing those games. If you stick with this channel, I will be tomorrow. I'll be reviewing the movie Dead Birds, a movie that takes place during the Civil War, where some robbers hide in a house and are pursued by ghosts. Woo! But before we leave, I have one more announcement. Mortal Kombat X, the four new DLC characters were announced the other day. This should have been with the other news, but wasn't because I forgot. But we got Jason Voorhees, we got Predator, we got Tanya, and Tremor.
Jason's going to be fun to play with.
Yes, he is. So, this has been another gaming news with Chris and Brian. I hope you enjoy these, and we look forward to doing another one, and another, and another, and another, and another,
And
and
then
another, and another, and another, and another, and another, and another, and another. Good night.